The stuff will not be recorded on. We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our very first live stream on YouTube. Very first live stream. This is actually very exciting. Very exciting because it's something we've been wanting to do, and finally we're doing it. And today we're going to be kicking off with game day autopsy. We're just going to go through the matches that has happened this week. A lot of matches happened this week. A lot of matches in the Premier League, in Copa del Rey, and some cups across Europe as well. And it has been exciting. We're just going to go through all of them and just give our honest opinion. And today I'm joined with one of the founding members of the Boys from the Stands, Jude Junior. So, Jude, how's it going, my guy? What's good?
I'm living my best life.
I can see that. I can see that. Those shoes
It
behind you
was,
look amazing, bro.
oh
Those
yeah,
shoes
oh,
behind you look amazing, bro.
this is part of it. I've got Air Jordans 4, Jordans 1, Air Force
Yeah.
1, All Stars, and then the classic black and white Vans. I mean, these are just classic sneakers all time. They never go out of fashion. If you're a sneakerhead, you need to have at least
I'm telling you, at
four out
least.
of the five of this. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah,
also have
at
the
least.
new Astro Boy boots. This one is a new
Man,
trend.
man.
This light is not doing justice to this, but it's a
But
new trend.
it looks really good. It looks
Uh,
really good.
you know, but apart from this one, every other thing is a classic. Among all six of this, you should have five, at least five.
At least as a
But
guy who
anyways,
knows
this
something.
is as a sneakerhead, male or female, because all of these are
Yeah,
unisex. But we're not here
exactly,
for sneakers.
exactly.
So yeah, this is part of it. Like it was so my laptop has issues and I couldn't record a preview video for the Classico, and it
Yeah,
was
we're
so
going to
painful
just start
because
with that one.
that morning I went to the gym, right? And while I was in the gym, and one of my guys at the gym just came and hit me like, "Ah, you're playing back at this night, so how far you go win, or you go lose?" And I just went, "No worry, guy, will go win." In the evening, I was just feeling it like we're going to get last season's Madrid. We're going to get the Real Madrid of last season, and that was the Real Madrid that turned up. Like
Yeah,
we flogged Barca. I actually
mess them
tweeted
up.
that would flog Barca like a thief, and we did.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mess
flogged
them
them
up.
bad.
I actually did not
Well,
believe. I actually did not believe that that was going to happen. Like if I was ever predicting that game, I was always going to predict a tight game. Probably, yeah, given the fact that Real Madrid wants to fight for the Copa del Rey because of what has happened in the league. I felt like Real Madrid would actually come up on top, but then to win with such a margin, 4-0, Barca could not score one on their ground. That was terrifying. Yo, Jude, are you there? That was actually just terrifying. Okay, so it's crazy. I really did not think that would be. Jude, can you hear me?
yes, yes, yes. NEPA
Oh,
take
awesome,
light to
awesome,
wipe off.
awesome. This is Nigeria, man. This is
Uh,
Nigeria. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, I did not expect that type of were you about to say something, man?
ah, oh, are you here?
Yeah. I'm here. I'm back. I'm back. The network is a little bit
Okay,
choppy
I
on your
thought I was
end.
the one who even went off. Yeah, yeah. The light just came back though. There's light now.
Okay, awesome. So, like I was saying, the goal margin between Real Madrid and Barcelona that day was it was it was bad. It was bad. Like Barca did not score one on their ground. Benzema is
at all.
leading, scoring hat tricks left, right, and center. Like, what's going on? What's going on? Like, it was a
Scoring
very
hat
good
trick for
performance.
fun. Back to back hat
Scoring hat
tricks.
trick for fun. Chelsea now are scared. If we were worried before, now we're scared. We're shaking our boots, man. We're shaking because playing Real Madrid off of these games they've just had, man. And how many goals in that's 10 goals, right? Or yeah, 10 goals now in 2 matches.
10 goals in
That's
two
that's
games.
that's a lot. That's a lot of
10 games
goals.
in two.
That's a lot of goals.
And to be honest, yeah, we have this bad habit of recovering slowly from international break. Once we come back from international break, my first game, I'm always expecting it to be a draw, but usually don't
Yeah.
perform. And I was expecting the same thing, although anyway, I cannot. I don't know. There was this. I saw this thing where they said Benzema plays better when it's time for their fasting and all that. So maybe that's what's going on here. I don't know, but loving it.
Anyway, it was a trashing. It was a trashing. I feel like it's safe to say Real Madrid has gotten the Copa del Rey. I feel like Osasuna will not be much of a challenge. But I definitely know Athletic Bilbao felt like Osasuna will not be much of a challenge before that their game. So I'm just saying you all should not go in underestimating them. This is a knockout game. Anything can happen. So you have to be careful of that one. But anyway, it's all good. It's all good. Where I don't know if you have anything else to add for the El Clasico game because for me it was just a battering from Madrid, and that was all. I'm sure Barcelona fans as well want to quickly forget what happened. So uh, for me, nothing much on that end. But anyway, just before Jude joins us back, we're going to talk quickly about the Chelsea versus Liverpool match that happened on Tuesday. You see, as a Chelsea fan, I can say this for free. I do not expect whole lot from Chelsea anymore. Like it's crazy, but it is what it is. We're at the stage in the season where it feels like all hope is lost. I know as Chelsea fans, because of what has happened in our career, we'll definitely be thinking, oh, something can happen in the Champions League. Super Frank is back. Something magical can happen. But if we're totally being honest, playing a high flying Real Madrid team, in order for us to get past them in both legs, will be a challenge. And then if we get past them, then we're facing either Manchester City or Bayern Munich, which is also a very big challenge. So to get through to the Champions League finals alone is a big hurdle, and I don't think it will be very easy for us um to actually do that. Yo, Jude, are you back? You're back. Jude, can you hear me? Anyway, yeah, back to Chelsea. So I just feel the game against Liverpool was to say it was flat is an understatement. It was just a very bare, boring game between two mid-table teams, like two teams that are having probably the worst season in their career because it has been so bad, literally so bad. For instance, you see a Chelsea team that created a whole lot of chances, no doubt they did, but they could not just finish those chances. There was no way they could finish their chances. Like you had Kai Havertz, which obviously as a Chelsea fan is pissing me off, but Kai Havertz could not finish any of his chances one on one. If he scored that ball, then there'll be no need for the ball to rebound and then hit his arm and then they disallow the goal. So it's crazy, but yeah, that happened. We also have a situation with Joao Felix. Joao Felix was brilliant actually. That because of how he was organizing, coordinating the game, going through players, everybody was bringing him down. Fabinho got the card off him. Matip got the card off him. Like everybody was just bringing him down. But when it's time to finish your dinner, when it's time to actually finish these chances, you find out that nobody really can finish the chances. Even Joao Felix did not finish his chances. Kovacic, my God. Like when Kovacic had that chance, to be honest, I wasn't excited. I wasn't. pumped up like, oh, we're about to go ahead because I knew it was Kovacic. Kovacic always has the problem with finishing his chances. And he scores these wonder goals once in a while, but then finishing simple chances, he can't. And it showed throughout the game. And Chelsea should have won that game if they had the quality in front of goal. If they had that clinical edge in front of goal, it would have been 3-4 nil. But that's just how the season has been, if I'm totally be honest. That's just how the season has been all throughout this season. You find Chelsea in positions where they are playing really well, creating a whole lot of chances, but they just can't finish. So yeah, but Liverpool were very poor, and I think a lot of people will say probably because of the changes Jurgen Klopp did to the team, making about six different changes. That's why they had a poor game. Probably he had the Arsenal game tomorrow, I mean on Sunday at the back of his mind. So probably that's why they had a poor game. But regardless, I feel like that team should be putting up much of a challenge. I feel the only player on the pitch that day that went for it as though he wanted something out of that game was Darwin Nunes, and Wesley Fofana actually just had him locked, like literally locked. And so they really did not have a whole lot of chances. They did not create much. And if it's not just the fact that Liverpool is playing Arsenal in Anfield, I think the game on Sunday between Liverpool and Arsenal would have been something we would easily just call an Arsenal win. But just because of the Anfield factor, that's why it's pretty much a debate on which side will actually come ahead. Because Liverpool were very poor, literally very poor in the match against Man City, also very poor in the match against Chelsea. But I don't know. Just to end on Chelsea because I'm a Chelsea fan. Uh, I'm not expecting much. I'm not expecting. Yo, Jude, you're back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Awesome. I
They
was
will
just
not.
rounding up
I
on
believe
Chelsea.
people will not hold me down.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, they will never hold you down.
They can only try.
They can try. I was just talking about Chelsea. Like I've
Hmm.
spoken a lot about them. I would not want to speak a whole lot more about them, but the game against Liverpool was flat. It was a very boring, dry game between Chelsea and Liverpool. And I don't want to
Yeah.
repeat myself. I'm not surprised though. There's a reason why we're 11th in the table. There's a reason why Liverpool is 8th in the table. You understand? There's a reason. Mid-table teams clash, and that was the performance we got when we saw Chelsea and Liverpool actually play. So I'm not really surprised. I'm not expecting Frank Lampard to come in and do any wonders and perform miracles. Nah, I'm literally just thinking it's going to go the same way it has been going throughout the season, and we're just waiting for the season to be over and we can move on. But anything to add on that game before we move on to probably Newcastle or
About
Manchester United?
the about the Chelsea. Should I talk about
Liverpool.
the Chelsea Liverpool match now?
Yeah,
I mean, from the lineup alone, you could tell that these people came to train for the weekend football. So that, for me,
yeah.
that was not they did not come to entertain us. They just came to train. It was a fitness training against whoever they are playing. For Liverpool, it's Arsenal. For Chelsea, who are you guys playing again?
Wolves.
Wolves. You guys were training for Wolves.
Boy, we need to train for everybody. We need to train
It
for even
was
if na
it
Eibar we
was
dey play. We need to train.
but I enjoyed Chilwell. Oh. At least from an FPL point of view, that guy was showing a lot of good attacking. I
Yeah,
just hope
yeah,
that
yeah.
with Frank Lampard, he sticks and stays in the first 11. No, Frank Lampard doesn't move him to the bench. I hope so. I do hope so.
Okay, okay.
Then the Manchester United match, I didn't watch it because that was the same time with the
That was the
Classico,
same time, but yeah, I
and
actually
I was
I didn't even
happy
expect you to watch it.
that a Classico was more entertaining than that. That was just a one match,
I'm telling
one
you,
goal,
I'm telling you, that match
one goal
was that
match.
match was Brentford did not give me what it is I wanted. Like the Brentford I know. The Brentford had trashed Manchester United 4-0 in the first leg of this fixture in the Premier League this season. They did not show me that cutting edge factor. Ivan Toney was quiet all throughout the game. I feel like Manchester United just coast through the whole game. There was no real threat from Brentford, apart from just one save that the Gea had to make in the second half. Apart from that, I feel like Manchester United had that game on lock. And they really they needed that win because Newcastle, which is the one I actually want us to talk about a little bit, those boys are playing some mad football. mad football. To go away
Man.
to West
But
Ham
like
and win 5-1, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
uh I was I think it was the weekend football preview we had last weekend when I said Newcastle they play like soldier ant, like it's a team football. Everybody does their role and they do it well.
Yeah,
Nobody's dropping the ball in that team
yeah.
from the first 11. Like Eddie Howe has a headache on which striker to start. Which that's what every manager wants. Like you have two good strikers, both in hot form. You don't know who to start. Anyone will do the job. You can start one, bring the other. And that's what he did against United. Isak started, drained them. Wilson came, scored a goal. I mean, it's just they're just a joy to watch. Newcastle, just it's an exciting thing. I do hope they win the Premier League in the next 3 years. I think they can do it in 3 years. So yeah,
It's very much possible, very much possible, very much possible because they have the financial backing to not oversign because of financial fair play, but getting like few people that can actually help that squad because the squad already is good because they're performing
yeah,
at the level that they're performing on. So they have a very good squad. Just to get some few people to make them a little bit elite because when they're playing in the Champions League, it will be a different ball game because now you're having games in the midweek and you're also playing at the weekends as well. So you need a bigger squad with quality players. So I think just a few players added to that squad, they should be ready for next season and they will still perform. I don't think Newcastle will fall off the way say West Ham fell off. West Ham actually played in Europe last season and see them this season. They're in whether 19th position in the Premier League. I'm not sure Newcastle will have that. I feel like they will definitely make a stay for Europe in the next 10 to 20 seasons to come because of what it is that they're building. And they are actually performing really well. I can't even lie, performing really well. But anyway, that happens with Newcastle. That happened with Newcastle. And I think there's one other game during the week I would like us to talk about just a little bit. I don't know if you saw it as well, but it's Thomas Tuchel went back.
Everton, Tottenham. Oh, back
Thank
Bayern.
you for
You
reminding me
know,
that we'll definitely
you know.
talk. We'll talk about
Should we do
it.
that first? Should we do that before this one?
No,
Which
let's
one
do
should we do
Everton
first?
so we know we're done with the Premier League
We're
before we
done
go
with
to
Premier League.
yeah.
I mean, I watched. I didn't watch the match, full time because it was
Yeah.
boring at some point, given it's Everton versus Tottenham.
Normal.
But Tottenham had the chance to go third in the league table. You know, I think their goal was a penalty. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think it was a
Penalty,
penalty.
yeah. Romero
The
was
penalty
fouled in the
caused by
penalty box. Yeah.
Michael Keane. Michael Keane.
Yeah, on
Silly
Romero.
mistake.
Yeah. Silly mistake.
Um,
After
um,
they went down to 10 men, oh,
he went on to score.
a
I want to
screamer.
call that goal. That goal, I remember Wesley Morgan scored that type of goal. Vincent
Vincent
Company scored
Company.
that type of goal.
When defenders
And
call those type
now
of goals,
Michael Keane. When you score that type of goal, you're supposed to win the league.
do you understand? Even if, funny enough, if it's this goal that makes them survive the league, it's still worth a whole lot.
Yes,
It's
now,
still worth a
yes,
whole lot.
because in the other two, names I mentioned, they were playing a football match where they were drawing. It was a draw. They
Yeah,
needed to win.
yeah.
In fact, this type of goal, I think Mayu has had it twice. One from Felani. No, not Felani, Matic. I think Matic scored that type of goal too for Mayu. But I'm talking about centre backs now. Like that kind of goal, like
Yeah,
wow,
it happens like once in your career. He can try that shot
wow.
100 more times, he won't get it. Happens like once in your career, and it was a screamer, literally screamer.
It was a really nice
But
goal to be honest. Like
Tottenham are a very funny team for crying out loud. You go one man up, Everton go one man down. You now get a penalty. You're leading 1-0 against a 10-man Everton, and then you still draw the match.
but to
No,
be honest,
no.
I felt like Everton wanted it more than Tottenham.
Obviously, and I don't know
Everton
why because
had
Tottenham are always
that
fighting
match.
for the four.
That match, if I'm being very honest, I know when Frank Lampard took over, Iwobi became he entered a different level. Like Iwobi was performing, Iwobi was killing. But that match, I saw a Wobby play ball. I say,
Yeah, yeah.
he won't play this one for Nigeria. He won't be played ball. He won't be played ball.
Yeah.
And to think that they were one man down. Everything this just proves. I'm going to say this. I'm a huge fan of Jose Mourinho, and I hated the fact that he didn't. I would say his time at Tottenham was not a success.
Mm,
It could have been if they allowed him play that final. Who knows? But it wasn't a
yeah.
success. He didn't win the trophy. And I have seen the Amazon All or Nothing documentary on
Yeah.
Tottenham when Jose Mourinho. There was one particular thing he kept telling Daniel Levy: the mentality of these players is not it yet. They are too good. They
Mm,
are good guys, and you cannot win football being good guys. You have to be an asshole for the 90 minutes. Don't care about the opposition, care about collecting the points, winning the
yeah.
match, collect like achieving your goal. That's what you should care about. Don't think about, oh, I don't want to injure this player, I don't want to hurt. Don't think about that. Focus on your goal. And considering what Conte said about his players being they have no fighting spirit. What are they fighting for? Is it 10th in league, 8th in league? He's not used to this position. Like that guy vex.
Yeah,
When you
yeah, it
come back
was.
for Baba don't vex. But considering what he said, I mean, it seems like the problem with Tottenham is mentality. It's not a talent. It's a mentality because all you need against 10 men and you are third in the league. Their goal now is to finish in Champions League position. That's what they are fighting
Yeah.
for right now. And you blew it against a 10-man Everton. Wow. Okay. When we're expecting like a manager bounce. Do you know I had this feeling of it's Conte's assistant that's the intern coach
Yeah, it's the
now.
link. Yeah.
Just like Potter's assistant was the intern coach at Chelsea.
That's
That
why
gave
they
us the
pursue him.
line of
Let me get pursue him.
Potter would have given us.
Let me get pursue him. That's why they pursue him. They say we cannot do this. We
Omo,
cannot
you
sack Potter
cannot
and have
you
Potter
you
Junior,
can you cannot
or
do
have
that.
Ron.
Eh? That one is even worse
Nah,
because this one is even less experience. So if Potter
nah,
will
nah, nah.
manage and get a draw, this one will lose it. What kind of lineup was that? I beg, I beg, I
It's
beg.
crazy. It's really crazy. It's crazy because Chelsea, crazy things are happening, strange things happening in Chelsea. But anyway, yeah, Tottenham are bottling the top four, and if they continue like this, because this week we're going to definitely do a preview of this week of the games coming up. But definitely they have a tough game this week as well. But anyway, we'll do that in the preview. Just to touch on one more game, I think that happened during the week. Bayern Munich. You see, when Bayern Munich got Thomas Tuchel, because I like Thomas Tuchel because of how much of a Chelsea fan I am and how much he did for Chelsea. I appreciate Thomas Tuchel. So I was excited for him, and I was ready to see what he has to do with Bayern Munich team. But then when I saw 4-2 against Borussia Dortmund in the first game, I wasn't really convinced, and I'll tell you why. One of the things Thomas Tuchel was known for when he came to Chelsea immediately was the work he did with the defense. If you score one goal, you know that you try, you hustle, you really hustle to score that one goal. That initial period when he became Chelsea manager, and we're expecting the same thing with
Bayern.
Bayern Munich as well. But I didn't get that because he allowed Bayern Munich, I mean Borussia Dortmund score you twice. And it was not like they were, I know the goals were not all that bad, but they were not all that brilliant as well. But then when they now played Freiburg in the cup, I was shocked to see that Freiburg actually eliminated Bayern Munich 2-1. I was shocked. I was not expecting that. I wasn't expecting that at all. At
Did you
all.
watch? Did you watch the match or the highlights of the match?
No, no, I saw the highlights. I didn't watch the match. I think I was
I,
watching
I,
a
I saw the
match.
highlights also.
I think I was watching a different match while that one was going on, but I didn't watch the match. I just saw the highlights. But I was not just impressed when I saw the final score. Like Thomas Tuchel, your first cup game, you're out. It does not
But
exude a lot of
but
confidence.
I don't know. You know there are some things that happen in a football match. You would say it's the coach's fault. Why there are some things that happen and then you just blame some players like
Yeah,
why would you why yeah. But for that match, I would just say they were unfortunate to concede a penalty at the dying minutes of the game. Just so
yeah,
you
because I
know,
saw, and it's my guy that caused the penalty, Musiala, my boy.
just so you know, the team that won them is in the top four in
Oh no, no,
Bundesliga.
Freiburg, they're a very good team,
They
no
are,
doubt,
they
and they're
are up
playing them
they are
again
up
this
for the
weekend.
title too.
Yeah, they're a
Exactly.
very good team. They're a very
Yes,
good team.
so and they played good football as well from the
Yeah,
highlights I saw. They played really well. I would just say Bayern is just one of those things. It's like I mean, you concede a penalty in the last minute of. It's like, for example, the Classico before this one, where we considered a goal in the dying minutes. We don't have enough
yeah.
time to go and score back. Do you
Mm-hmm.
get? So I feel like it's
Mm-hmm.
that type of situation that happened to them. Unfortunately, it's in a knockout competition, so
Yeah.
you lose your out, and then he has just lost his first trophy as a Bayern
Very sad.
coach.
Very sad. Very sad.
But
Anyway,
I
just
don't think I'm sorry, let me stray away a bit,
mm,
just like a minute. I don't think there's an obvious problem with the Bayern team. Maybe defensively, they're allowing too much
yeah, they are. They are
chances
actually.
and shots. Yeah, they're defensively not airtight yet, but
Yeah.
attacking wise, they can do the job. They can do the business. So yeah,
Anyway,
I mentioned that because in Chelsea when Tuchel came, the problem was obvious. The back, it was so obvious that Chelsea was scoring goals, but Chelsea was allowing too many goals than they can score.
mm,
So and Rudiger was always on the bench. So he came in, motivated Rudiger, put him in starting lineup, and took it up from there.
but just before we end this live stream, because we will soon start the one for the preview of the weekend games. What do you think about the signing of Lampard to take care of Chelsea to the end of the season, caretaker manager to the end of the season? What do you
Uh,
think? Good decision, bad decision, crazy
I
Chelsea?
think it's
Because it's
I
crazy.
think it's
He
a
went
good
from Lampard to Tuchel, from Tuchel to Potter, from Potter to Lampard. Crazy.
I think it's a good deal for both parties, honestly,
Yeah.
both Chelsea and Lampard, because Chelsea just needs. I think the reason Chelsea, I don't think Chelsea would have sacked Potter now normally because there's nothing to fight for. Maybe top 10 or maybe get. I don't think Chelsea wants to play Conference League. They'd rather not go to Europe than play Conference League.
Yeah.
uh Then, I mean, with your squad and your players right now, I can't imagine which coach will be able to push you people to win the Champions League. That's just me though, trying to be realistic here, looking at how your
Mm-hmm.
players play, if it's a problem of the coach or players are not. I just don't see Chelsea going far in the Champions League either. So it's either Champions League or Premier League, and you guys are up against somebody that just flogged Barca yesterday with Benzema scoring back-to-back hat tricks. Vinicius has done finally ziggy ziggy Araujo inside out. And then everybody's on form. Everybody's Alaba is back. Everybody's back except Mendy. I don't see you guys winning Real Madrid. I don't again in 2 matches. I don't know which kind of football Chelsea won't play, which coach to win Madrid. I don't see it. So basically, the only thing Lampard is coming to do is steady the ship.
Yeah.
Really, he might lose some matches, he might draw some, but I don't think the fans will be very upset. So I feel like the choice of Lampard is having the fans in mind, like somebody the fans love,
Mm.
you know. And Lampard is that guy. The fans love him. He's a club legend as a player. And then he did a great job. I mean, his first season in Chelsea with young players and all that. So that one is I mean, I feel like it's a good deal. I don't see a better coach. I mean, you guys cannot hire Luis Enrique right now,
Yeah.
or Nagelsmann, or Pochettino, Conte, name it. All the big names are available. Chelsea can hire them right now because those guys they won't come to a club that they don't know what next season is going to be like, and that's the situation of Chelsea right now. Plus, it's half season. They don't have time for the player. They don't have time to. There's not enough time for them to prepare. So just taking somebody to the end of the season, which is just 10 games, right? It's just 10 games.
Yes.
So
Nine
they'll
actually
continue
for
their
Chelsea.
screening. Okay, 9 more games. No, you include the two matches against Madrid now. It's 11.
Oh, then it's 11.
Mm.
And then
So
probably
I
the
mean,
semi-finals, that's 13. And then the finals, that's like 14. So I'm just saying, probably potential
my,
14 matches.
my brother,
Potential 14 matches.
wake up, wake up. They say dream big, they not say dream anyhow.
The only thing
Wake up.
I'll tell you is, remember when we commodity for Champions League, you also felt like it was never going to happen. It was just two
No,
years
but
ago. We
no,
felt like it was
no,
never going
but
to happen.
um, the Real Madrid then and Real Madrid now, they are very different. Because back then it was basically Benzema. That was the season Vinicius scored a brace against Liverpool. That's before Madrid played Chelsea. It was after that game against Liverpool that we started seeing that Vinicius has stepped up. He has started scoring goals. Last season, he ended the campaign with 22 goals. This season, he already has 20 goals. So, my brother, and then let's Valverde has no anyway, he's not on form right now, but he would come back soon. There's Valverde, there's Rodrigo. Everybody's campaigning now that Rodrigo should be a starter in Madrid. I mean, we have options. Asensio too, come off the bench and give you back. And Hazard has started showing some shadow, some small shadow, small. So I mean, I don't think there's an opportunity for you guys here, but you can try. There's no harm in trying.
We know we'll definitely try. If not
Yeah,
try, we'll try. We'll definitely try.
try,
It's like you
try.
forget that we also have young talents that are brilliant. You say Vinicius, I say James. Do you understand? You
Even
say
James no dey fear
Tchouaméni.
am.
Who? Who?
James dey fear Vini.
You know say for this life, we no get anybody wey James go fear. Even Ronaldo. When Ronaldo be Ronaldo, when Ronaldo dey play seven, James no fit fear Ronaldo. What are you saying, James? Ask Rafael. When Rafael Loa play Chelsea, they ask am how far. He say he was not expecting something like this. So this one. You know, see, even when Real Madrid play Chelsea, Vinicius pass James once, only once. Nine pass James. No worries, man.
Okay,
Just give us,
okay.
just your
No, no,
only
no,
luck is
no,
that you're
no.
playing
Wait,
Chelsea
wait, wait, wait.
in this season. That's the only luck
No,
this
I
season.
don't. I don't want to argue too much, right? It will be settled over 180 minutes of football.
No, definitely,
Mm.
definitely.
I'm not saying
And we'll probably
James
have a
was
separate
James
preview
was
for
but
that game.
to be honest, and this is not me even being biased as a Madrid fan or as a Vinicius fan. To be very honest, right? Vinicius' toughest opponent, first Araujo, second James. His toughest opponents on that right wing, Araujo first, James second. This season, Vinicius versus Araujo, they've battled in 4 matches, right? We played five a Classico. Araujo didn't play, I think, 3 matches, 3 or 4. But this last one, he gave us Ziggy. You know understand?
Once,
Did you see the assist that he gave that Benzema last goal? Did you see the assist? That
I saw
ball
that.
went from his right leg to his left leg. Hey, Ronaldinho entered that boy. But until we play the game. Anyway, Frank Lampard last is a good option for Chelsea to just steady the ship to the end of the season. He knows how to play attacking football, and you guys have enough attacking options for him.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't expect Lampard to play 5 back or 3 back. I'm expecting four at the
No,
back.
it's usually 4-3-3.
Normal
Mm.
4-4-3. 4-3. Say 4-3-3, Abby.
4-3-3. Yeah, 4-3-3.
And that's what I'm expecting from Lampard, to be honest. With Kante back, Enzo there. Kovacic. I mean, he should play two out of the three. You should not go and do that thing again. I'm expecting. You know what? I'm excited to
You know, his
see
boy Mount will
the
come
Chelsea
into the
Wolves
team.
match. Oh, well, if anybody can bring Mount back, I think it's Lampard.
No, it's definitely Lampard. It's definitely Lampard.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Yeah.
anyway. Any other thing to add? Because I feel like we should call it a day here and then prepare for the preview for the weekend games.
Um. No. I'm just
All
going to
right,
say
all
hi
right.
to my Barca fans, my
Yeah,
rivals.
yeah,
Hello.
yeah.
I
This is
see
your
you.
moment.
You see me.
Enjoy it.
I won it.
This is
I
your
won
moment.
it.
Enjoy it. All
Yeah.
right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining the live stream. And we're going to see you in the next one. Okay.
All right.